She was trim but not skinny. Even through her jacket you could see the definition in her arms, a reminder of how she liked to run, of her days spent on stage, teaching dance and drama to kids. I saw nothing of myself in her and everything of her mother, except for the moments when she smiled. The way her eyes were, the way her mouth lifted. Those were mine, and I loved them. Once she got to the barriers, she fed her ticket into the machine and then started looking for me. I waved to her and began moving closer. As she came through, the smile bloomed on her face. "Sorry I'm late. I thought you might have given up on me." I brought her into me and hugged her. "Never," I said. At the age of 42, I found out I had a daughter. She'd been conceived when I was still a child myself, in a moment of immaturity I never looked back on for 24 years. In the summer of 1988, I'd left the village in Devon I'd grown up in, not yet 18, and sat in the back of my parents' battered Ford Sierra, waving to my girlfriend as I left for London. Because I was going to be at a university 200 miles away, we'd tearfully agreed to end our year-long relationship in the days before. But she never mentioned that she was pregnant, even though she would already have been at the 16-week mark then. I didn't see her again for almost a quarter of a century. After I graduated, I landed my first newspaper job on a regional paper in South London, met my wife, Darren, married her and eventually buried her, and I never knew about the girl growing up on a part of the South Devon coast I'd once called home myself. By the time I was carrying Darren's casket through the cemetery, I'd stopped thinking about becoming a father, accepting that my shot at it had been laid to rest alongside her. But then, after I was attacked and stabbed a year and a half ago, I returned to Devon to recover, and through a case I eventually took on down there, I met Annabelle. Her first 24 years had been equally clouded. A young life built around a lie that everyone involved had been content to go along with for reasons that had probably seemed right at the time. She didn't know about me, didn't know that the people she'd spent her life with weren't actually her parents at all, even though they'd been a mum and dad to her in every way that mattered. So when we met each other for the first time, and especially in the days after, our conversations were quiet, both of us still shell-shocked by the enormity of what we'd been told. It didn't help that she was grieving, having to cope with the deaths of people she'd loved, and the demands of an 8-year-old sister for whom she'd suddenly become the most important person in the world. I'd buried my wife, so I knew Annabelle's pain, or at least a version of it, and had answers to some of her questions, but not all. In the end, some things she'd have to figure out herself.